Here's the lineup: 8 everyday objects, all headed for the same fate under relentless steel blades. But don't expect quick, clean breaks. Some crumble instantly, splashing apart in shards. Others halt the machine with gummy resistance, and a few spin longer than seems possible. Think streamlined plastic, dense metal, stuffed toys, and even an item you probably see every single morning. The show isn't about whether things break, they all do eventually. It's about how long they last and how strange that looks up close. And the final survivor? That one will definitely leave you guessing. Number 1, toilets in the grinder. A porcelain toilet looks like it should laugh off destruction. Heavy, rigid, and glazed with a smooth coat, it seems closer to stone than household hardware. But the moment this machine clamps down, that illusion shatters. The ceramic body doesn't bend or give way. It resists until suddenly it doesn't. Unlike metals that twist or plastics that stretch, ceramics fail without warning. 1 second intact, the next exploding into sharp shards. You see bursts rather than splits, each crack firing off like glass under strain. Jagged fragments spray outward, unpredictable and fast, making the break all the more striking. The shape adds its own surprise. Toilets are hollow, with bowls and tanks that fight back by jamming against the blades. Sometimes the machine strains as curved chambers wedge between teeth, only to give way in an instant when pressure finds the weak point. The final scene is a heap of broken porcelain chunks, an object that looks steady as rock proves fragile when stripped of form. And now, another item with built-in toughness waits its turn. Number 2, cell phones under pressure. A cell phone is compact and polished, built to survive drops and scratches, yet in a shredder it reveals its hidden toughness. Every piece of it is designed with purpose. Rigid frames, tight casings, glass stretched thin, and batteries packed tightly inside. On the surface it looks fragile, but inside it's a miniature stack of layered defenses. This machine bites down and the story changes. The glass face is first to fail, scattering as fine chips under the blades. The casing holds on longer, flexing just enough to stall the teeth. Then comes the most striking moment, the lithium cell. When pressured, it may swell, spark, or smoke. The shredder doesn't just chew, it triggers reactions hidden in the chemistry of the phone itself. Older, bulkier designs show an edge too. These thicker shells and sturdy keyboards sometimes outlasting their slimmer modern cousins. But no pocket-sized device wins forever. The end comes in a twist of wires and cracked boards, the neat rectangle undone. Next, softness faces steel in an altogether stranger contest. Number 3, teddy bears meet the machine. Teddy bear is built to comfort, not to fight steel. Soft fabric, button eyes, and a body full of springy stuffing make it the least likely candidate for this kind of test. Yet that softness becomes its surprise weapon once drawn into the machine. Instead of snapping or breaking, the plush body compresses flat and slips through the teeth. Each time the blades close, the toy folds in on itself like a padded cushion. The stuffing avoids capture, refusing to tear apart all at once. It's a mismatch that looks more like slow wrestling than crushing. Then the real struggle begins. Synthetic filling wins into the gears and clings to the teeth, much like cotton wrapping around a spinning brush. The machine pushes harder, but the bear holds on in tangled threads. In the end, there is no dramatic burst, only a gradual unraveling. Shreds of fluff drift out in loose clouds, light and stubborn, fighting until the last strand pulls free. Now another object waits, this time hard-shelled and filled with hidden space. Number 4, coconuts cracked open. Coconut carries armor of its own. Thick husk, dense shell, and a hollow core make it nature's locked vault, and it shows in the shredder. At first glance it looks simple, but those 3 layers create a puzzle for steel teeth to solve. As the blades bite, the fibrous husk clings and tears unevenly. Strands wrap and pull, resisting clean breaks. Beneath that, the shell resists like stone, but with a twist. It doesn't crack in neat lines. Instead, it splinters, sending shards outward as pressure builds. The hollow space inside adds another trick. The coconut rolls, shifts, and slips in the chamber, dodging the bite before finally catching the edge. Some coconuts even bounce clear, their round shape defying the jaws for a moment. Then the inevitable split comes. The shell bursts apart, the husk scatters, and the hollow center spills open. What looked unyielding becomes fragments across the belt. This is how a fruit born to endure tropical drops still buckles to steel, leading us to a man-made test of toughness: shoes. Number 5. Shoes and sneakers get tested. Shoes are built to survive the grind of pavement and weather, so when they meet steel blades, the fight feels uneven from the start. Thick rubber soles grip the teeth instead of slipping, stretching, and bending before they finally split. Each bite drags across grooved tread like sandpaper on stone, making the progress slow and uneven. Inside the shoe lies a mix of defenses. Foams packed down flat, compressing rather than breaking, while leather panels and stitched fabrics pull back in long strings. The layers don't fail together, they give way one by one, each part leaving its own trail behind. What looks like a single object turns out to be a puzzle of different materials holding out in sequence. The most striking moment is the peel apart effect. Mesh upper rips away, midsoles crumble, and rubber clings until the final twist. Piece by piece, engineering designed for running and walking is undone by rotating steel. Next comes another layered creation, thinner but stuffed with fragile electronics: a laptop. Number 6. Laptops into dust. A laptop is a study in compact design. Inside one thin shell, you find brittle glass, layered boards, plastics, wires, and a tightly packed battery. Each part wants to fail in its own way, which makes the shredder's job both quick and unpredictable. Complexity meets destruction the moment steel teeth take hold. The display is first to crack, snapping into sharp fragments the instant blades grip the glass. But the metal hinge and frame resist longer, bending awkwardly before breaking apart. Small internal pieces, fans, keys, and wires scatter like debris, light but stubborn in the chamber. Then comes the battery, dense and volatile, sometimes swelling or sparking when pierced under pressure. Data storage chips and drives hide within, and here the destruction carries more meaning. Shredded into dust, they turn once readable memory into an irretrievable scatter, a silent bonus beyond the visual spectacle. In the end, what was once portable work and leisure becomes glittering shards of screen, curled pieces of circuitry, and broken cells. Time to turn from intricate systems back to the deceptive simplicity of plastic playthings. Number 7. Plastic toys shattered. Plastic toys seem harmless enough, but once steel teeth catch them, hidden surprises show up fast. Some toys are made from low-grade plastic that cracks apart almost instantly. They don't bend, they don't stretch, they just snap. One press from the machine and they scatter into sharp bits like brittle glass. Others take the opposite route. Tougher plastics flex under pressure, bending and holding out before finally pulling apart. Instead of shattering, they stretch awkwardly across the blades until the resistance finally gives way. The difference isn't just about material though, it's about the shape. A hollow toy head, for example, pops apart in two neat halves instead of shredding. A small car body works the same way, separating in chunks rather than dust. Round toys add another twist. Balls slip and roll on the blades, darting around before the machine secures them. Block toys have no escape. They jam tight, crush, and burst all at once. What begins as cheerful shapes ends as a spray of colorful shards, pointing ahead to the toughest challenge: a full bicycle frame. Number 8, bicycles broken down. A bicycle arrives with more fight than almost anything else on the belt. The frame is a lattice of tubing, steel, aluminum, or sometimes even carbon composite, each built to carry weight and endure miles of strain. That same strength makes it awkward prey for the jaws of a shredder. The first contact rarely snaps it clean. Instead, the hollow tubes spin, twist, and rattle like stubborn pipes refusing to settle into place. This machine eventually gains the grip it needs. Steel bends slowly, folding rather than cracking. Aluminum gives with a sharp snap, while carbon fiber doesn't bend at all. It splinters into dangerous, jagged needles. Each section of the bike reacts differently under stress, and you can read the materials in the way they fail. The parts don't go down together. Chains whip apart link by link, gears jerk sideways until teeth break, and the rubber tires stretch like dough before tearing loose. It looks chaotic, yet every turn of the blades pushes further. In the end, an object designed for balance and endurance becomes scattered fragments, leaving steel jaws triumphant as design and durability finally bow to crushing power. Every shred shows the same truth. Strength is temporary when steel teeth keep turning. Objects that looked solid, porcelain, rubber, aluminum, eventually reveal gaps and weak spots. Even the softest things make a stand, but it all ends the same way: dust and fragments carried off on a belt. What makes it fascinating isn't the break itself, but the resistance. Each delay, each stall, teaches something about materials you use every day. Toughness hides in layers, brittleness hides in shape. Which one stunned you most? That will be all for today. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks again for watching.